Hello, everyone. Welcome to. Wait a minute, Jane. What session is this?
Oh, wow.
I'm
I
even
don't
losing.
know the session number, but this
I
is a
know it's week
session,
4.
part 2 of Smart Vision 3.
That's right. We are on our part 2 of Smart Vision 3 device that Kenny is going to show us today. Just some housekeeping items. We do have chat available, but we would request everyone to please not use it when it is the time for question answers. The speaker will let us know when they are done with their presentation. So the question answers will be taken at the end. Um, we will be having our session on Thursday this week, and then we'll be taking break during Thanksgiving. We'll give that announcement next Tuesday again. So feel free to continue having this on your calendar and joining us for these wonderful series of learning, text, talk, and train days. Um, Jane, am I missing any announcements that we need for today?
I don't think so, but I was wondering if you could give us all an update about the recordings being posted on the YouTube channel.
Yes. So we are having the sessions all recorded, and we are going through each one and making sure, the caption and everything is added with it. We do have a website uh, and a YouTube account that has been put in place as hold. However, we are working on some last logistics about the certification with the doors and their training. And I think once we have those figured out, in few weeks, we should be able to share them. But in the meantime, if anyone is particularly interested for a particular session they should miss, I am happy to individually share them and send them in an email for now until we figure out the whole logistics about making it publicly available.
I know that Diane Ducharme did want to get the recordings of the blind shell that she did to share with someone, so that would be
I am
great.
happy to share that with her for sure.
Great.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Oh, one more thing. If there is anyone who is attending this session with someone else in the room, and because we don't see your name, we may not be able to give you credit for your attendance. So feel free to, I want to say, type in the message your name and organization you're with. You can even do it at the end, and we'll make sure to have you included in the attendance. Those of you who already have your names, you don't need to do that because we already have your attendance taken for today.
that would be great if people would just hold off till the end and then put your name in before we
Yes.
sign off. We can even mention that again at the end as we wrap up.
All right. Let's
Great.
go ahead and get started with the session with Kenny today. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Kenny.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you. And good afternoon, everyone. Once again, thank you for attending this afternoon's Talk, Text, and Train session number 2. My name is Kenneth Washington, and once again, I'll be covering the Smart Vision 3 accessible Android smartphone designed specifically for blind and low vision consumers. Last session we left off, I explained there were 4 things that a trainer should do when first having a Smart Vision 3 phone in their hand to get it fully operational. First thing is establishing a Wi-Fi connection. Even though you do have data that comes with 90 days or 3 months free T-Mobile data, it will expire pretty quickly if you use it all up for system updates and application updates. Second thing was adding an active Google account, which is very important so you can take full advantages of services like Assistant and the Play Store right away. The third thing was doing a system update, which is really important. And it was a system update that we left off with. And I asked everyone if afterwards if they could please update their phone. It would take about 45 minutes. And finally is the application updates, which deals with all the applications that currently are installed on your phone. At this point, I would like to turn on my phone. Hopefully, you guys did those 3 steps. And once I turn my phone, it should be fully functional. When a message pop up there about the MSG message, just close that. That problem is being addressed. Okay, so again, I'm gonna hold my power button located on the top edge of the phone. Hold it down until I feel it vibrate to turn on the Smart Vision 3. I just felt the vibration. It should take, I guess, about a minute, maybe less, to come on. And once again, if you did those 4 steps I explained in the beginning, you should have no issues with your phone. Okay, they got a nice jingle, which I enjoy hearing because I mean the phone is loading. Back on. And they go your talkback screen reader, which is a good sign, which means you now have voice. And that's the message. You can just safely close, arrow down, press your close button. So to make sure that my phone is fully functional, since I did all the updates and applications, let's test Assistant. I'm gonna hold down. Let me wait 1 second. I think some things are still loading. Syncing SIM contacts. Okay, syncing some contacts. Okay, I think it's ready. I believe it's ready now. So I'm gonna hold down the voice assistant / dictation button, which again is located on the right side of the phone. The upper right side is the elongated rectangle button that's textured. I'm gonna hold it down, wait for a beep, and then I'm gonna speak. Yep. What time is it? 9 p.m. Okay, let me turn this up. Increase. I'm hitting left arrow button to increase the volume of accessibility talkback. So that was Google Assistant telling me the time. Let me check. Hey, Google. Hey, Google. What's today's weather forecast? Sunny, 159 and a low of 35. Okay. Right now it's 59 and sunny. Okay. So we see everything is loaded now. Some of you may have tried the Hey G word part of it and yours didn't load up. That simply means we have to open Google Assistant. Unlock more assistant feature. Google Assistant. Hi, how can I? Button. Google Assistant. Tap to dismiss assistant. Try that again. Home screen. Open Google Assistant. Unlock more Google. Hi. Google. Button. Tap to finish. Button. Type mode. Tap to finish. Space. Button. Open explore page. Tap to dismiss assistant. Home screen. Open assistant settings. Okay, here we go. Languages. I'm arrowing down. Lock screen. Hey Google and voice match. So you got to arrow down to Hey Google and voice match. Assistant settings. Select OK. Navigate up. Button. Arrow down. Hey Google and voice match. Get hands-free help from your assistant. Tab. This device. Tab. Other devices. Hey Google. Switch on for Hey Google. And once I'm sure if yours isn't working, it says it's toggled off, just toggle it on and it'll walk you through the process of getting Google Assistant set up. You'll have to say a couple of phrases, take about 2 minutes to complete, and then you'll be all done. So I'm gonna hit the home button, head back to the home screen. 3:12 p.m., Tuesday, the 14th of November. Now again, you know you're on your home screen because it says the time and date, which is the widget at the very top. I usually arrow down below that so it doesn't repeat it every minute when it changes. So now we're going to get into adjusting some of the accessibility settings. Again, there are 2 accessibility services running. One is TalkBack and one is Capsies. So I'm going to hit my menu button. Again, the navigation pad area, which is in the middle. You have on the top left your home button. Below that, the menu button. In the middle, you have your directional joystick. The middle button, which is textured, is your OK button. And to the right of that, at the very top, you have your back button, and below that, you have your delete button. So I'm gonna press the menu button,
Home screen.
arrow
Quick
down.
setting. Notifications. Recent applications. Settings. Capsies accessibility. Talkback
I'm
accessibility.
going to talkback settings because
Talkback settings.
right now
Button.
talkback is
Navigate
doing
up.
something that it kind of throws me off. Is actually vibrating as it's moving focus from one control to another, which I rather just have it do the audible beep alert, which tells me that it's moved focus. So I'm gonna go down to
Back setting. New features in audio. Text to speech settings. Verbosity. Sound and vibration.
sound and vibration.
Sound and vibration. Button. Sound and vibration. Vibration feedback. Switch on.
I'm toggle that off.
Off.
So now when talkback moves, I won't feel it vibrating with each time it places focus. Now, some of you that might not bother, and it's fine if you leave that on. For me, as a choice, I like to turn that off. So I'm gonna hit the back button, go back to the previous
Back
page.
settings. Sound and
And
vibration. Controls.
I'm arrow down.
Customize gestures.
I'm going to customize gestures for those of you who would like to use the touch screen to navigate and the different apps and things. You can go into customize gestures,
Button.
and as you can see,
Navigate up. Customize practice gestures.
you click on that when you want to just practice gestures to get all the different movements down pretty good.
Reset gesture set. One finger. Heading.
And all of these are single finger gestures. There's no 2, 3, 4 finger gestures on the Smart Vision 3.
Swipe up. Move navigation focus backward or adjust reading control up.
So again, if you wish to learn some of the different gestures you can do to control talkback movement, you can arrow through the list.
Move navigation focus forward or adjust reading control down. Swipe left. Previous item. Swipe right. Next item.
So I'm not going to go through them all, but I just wanted to show you an area if you do choose to go that direction and you don't want to use the keypad, or you want to use the keypad and the touchscreen in combination. This is the area where you can learn all the different gestures to perform on the screen. I'm gonna hit the back button.
Swipe right. Talkback settings.
I'm arrow down again.
Customize menus.
I want to go into customize menus because we're going to be doing some navigation.
Customize menus. Button. Navigate up.
And right now, I want to adjust and add some choices to the reading controls. Think of the reading controls as separate from the actual default navigation, where you press the down arrow key and it just reads line by line. The reading controls give you more flexibility where you can jump ahead on a page by heading or control or edit field, different things like that.
Customize menus. Customize talkback menu. To use the talkback menu, swipe down then right.
Now that is, the talkback menu is swipe down and right if you're using the gestures, the finger gestures. But if you want to access the talkback menu on the keypad, all you do is long press the menu button, and that will bring up the talkback menu. Again, long pressing the menu button means press and hold the button down, 1 Mississippi, release.
Customize reading controls.
That's what I want to get to reading controls.
Swipe up then down.
Now, as a default, I believe there's only 2 or 3 reading controls that are currently active. One is word, one is character, and I believe accessibility volume is another. I want to add a couple of more, which are important for navigating web content a little quicker.
Customize reading control. Heading. Checkbox. Not checked. Checkbox. Checked. Spell check. Jump. Checkbox. Checked. Characters. Checkbox. Checked. Words. Read one. Checkbox. Not checked. Lines. Read one line.
Lines. That's basically the default that you get when you just press the down and up arrow.
Checkbox. Not checked. Paragraphs. Read one
I don't want to do that.
Checkbox. Not checked. Headings.
Headings. I wanted to check that. That's very important when you're in web content.
Checkbox. Not checked. Controls.
Controls is another one. If heading doesn't seem...
and text fields.
Sorry, I talked over the help system there, but if that's, again, if headings doesn't seem to be getting to you to where you want to go on a web page, the next thing I will switch towards controls.
Checkbox. Not checked. Links.
And the final thing is links.
Jump between links. Checked.
Some links can be properly formatted and a good web page. They will have textual descriptions of what that link is when you click on it, which is also important for me.
Checkbox. Not checked. Landmarks.
Okay.
Jump between
Landmarks
on web
is a
pages,
nice
like
option, but
or navigation.
a lot of webmasters do not use it. And if they did use it, I would prefer to use that over headings. But since people tend not to use it, I don't really activate that option.
Checkbox. Not checked. Windows. Jump to other windows, like volume controls or the navigation bar.
And
Checkbox. Not checked. Containers. Exit out of a container, like when you are in a list or grid.
so again,
Checkbox. Not checked. Default navigation. Read one item at a time.
and that's what you get when you just press the up and down arrow button. So I think that's it for me. But as you can see, you have your choice if you prefer to jump down by paragraph or by line or whatever you choose. You have the ability to do that. Let me hit the back button.
Customize menus.
I think that's all I want to change for that. So
the reading controls, swipe up then down.
Okay, so
Home screen. Applications.
okay, so I change those settings. Now what I want to do is alter some CAPSI settings, the CAPSI's accessibility service. So again, I hit the home button to get to the home screen. I'm pressing the menu button.
Quick note, settings. CAPSI's accessibility.
CAPSI's accessibility.
Preferences. Display.
Now again, TalkBack is accessibility service that handles the gestures. CAPSI's is accessibility service that takes a lot of those commands that are performed with the gestures and it attaches them to the keypad, which is easier for a lot of people to use.
Magnatext.
Magnatext, that's an option for people who are low vision. It would put a strip along the bottom third of your touch screen, and whatever the focus is on, as focus is moving around, it will scroll across the screen in a large font, so you'll be able to see it better. You also can change the text and font size with the Magnatext, and actually where you place it, you can place it at the top of the screen also.
Miscellaneous. Disable touch panel. Switch off.
Now, some of you might not like the touch panel. Maybe you find yourself accidentally hitting it when you're pressing the up arrow key. If that's the case, you can disable it totally by toggling this on, and it would disable the touch panel.
Keyboard shortcuts.
Keyboard shortcuts, I will get into that in a moment.
Quick access.
Quick access, I will also get into that in a moment.
Pickup call with numeric keys. Checkbox checked.
Okay, pickup call with numeric keys. The way the phone works, when someone calls you and you want to answer the phone, you press the OK button, which is the texture button in the middle of the directional keys. Now, some people, they might not be able to locate it quick enough and might have a problem with that. So you can take and toggle this option on.
Quick pickup call with numeric keys. Checkbox checked.
And that means any numeric key, 1 through 0, you can press any one of those keys and it will also answer the phone. And to hang up the phone, you just simply press the delete button and that will hang up the phone. I toggled that on.
Wake up speech. Select the type of information to speak at wake up.
Wake up speech is when your phone goes to sleep and it wakes up is what it will say as far as a message.
Wake
like you
up
can go in
speech.
here and these are your options.
Navigate up. Wake up speech. Current date. Checkbox. Not checked.
The date.
Battery level. Checkbox. Checked.
I got battery level checked because I think it's important for me to know the battery level at all times if possible.
Network status. Checkbox. Not checked.
Network status. So if your Wi-Fi is connected or disconnected, you'll find that out.
Missed call. Checkbox. Not checked.
Missed call probably is another good thing to toggle on in case you don't know if your phone rang. You might have been downstairs eating dinner. You come upstairs to your phone and turn your phone on, and it will let you know 1 missed call, 2 missed calls, and so forth.
New message. Checkbox. Not checked.
Same thing with text messages. You miss one, it will let you know how many, and then you can address as needed.
New software update. Checkbox. Not checked.
Now, I'm going to toggle that on. So again, I told you how important it is. Whenever there's an update, do it immediately, if not sooner. You don't want to put off all updates of any type because updates are generally addressing an issue that Google may have found with Android. It could be a security issue. It could be something else that you might not have noticed, but it is there. So what they did is release the fix, and that's in the form of an update. And that's it.
Button. Navigate up.
So I'm gonna go back, hit the back button. The navigate up is the same as the back button. So you can navigate up.
Preferences.
It will also take you
Wake
to the
up
back
speech.
screen.
Select the type of information to speak at wake up. Reset to defaults.
And if you think, well, I just messed up everything, I don't know what I did, you always have a save button here, press reset to defaults, and it will set everything back to where it was when it came from the company. So I'm gonna
Wake
go
up
up.
speech. Pick up call with quick access. Keyboard shortcuts.
Now let's talk about keyboard shortcuts.
Keyboard shortcuts.
Pressing the OK
Button.
button.
Navigate up.
Now the keyboard shortcuts are important. It will make you more efficient when it comes to doing certain things on the phone. I always say you want to focus on accuracy in the beginning, and as you get better, you want to get a little quicker and more efficient.
Keyboard shortcuts. Number 0. Not allocated.
So number 0, that means if you hold down the asterisk key, and as you hold it down, long press the 0 key, you can program it to do something. So if you wanted to do something, I could press
Cancel.
enter
Not allocated. Check.
and
Get the phone status.
these are the choices you can attach
Increase
to it.
speech speed. Decrease speech speed. Toggle audio output between receiver and loudspeaker.
That is important, and I think I'm attach that #0.
Keyboard
That's
shortcuts.
basically turning your speakerphone
Number
on and
0.
off.
Toggle audio output between receiver and loudspeaker.
Okay.
Number 1. Get the phone status.
Get the phone status. I press that and it'll give you a whole lot of, I believe I hit it now.
3:24 p.m. Battery level 93% remaining. Wi-Fi status connected. Bluetooth status not connected. GPS activated. Network status Mint 4G 3 out of 4.
So you see, it gives you a lot of information, and I received that information by simply hold down the hash or the pound key and pressing the number 1, long pressing that, and that's how these shortcut keys work.
Decrease.
Let me.
Number 2. Switch audio profile to silent.
And that's
Accessibility volume set to 78%.
and that's how you want. If you want to silence your phone, you can just hold down the hash button or the pound key and hit 2.
Number 3. Open. Quick setting. Screen. Number 4. Decrease speech speed. Number 5. Increase speech speed. Number 6. Enable disable. Magitext mode. Number 7. Enable disable touch panel. Number 8. Not allocated. Number 9. Not allocated.
Okay, and that's the end of the hashes. So you're able to change these to be any way you want. The defaults, as you can see, these are the defaults as they come from the company, which I'm pretty comfortable. I pretty much remember these defaults, but if you think you want to arrange them a little better, all you got to do is arrow.
Number 8. Not allocated. Number 7. Enable disable touch
Let
panel.
me go to one
Number
I might want
6.
to change.
Enable disable. Magitext
Okay,
mode.
Magitext, I'll probably want to change that because I probably won't be using that. So I press
Enable
OK
disable.
and just
Magitext
arrow
mode.
down to something else. If you don't want it to be
Disable.
anything on there, you can
Switch
just
to enable disable. Enable disable touch panel. Enable disable Bluetooth. Enable disable Wi-Fi. Enable disable GPS localization. Enable disable mobile data usage.
I'm gonna put it on that.
Keyboard shortcuts. Number 6. Enable disable mobile data usage.
So when I want to disable my mobile data and want my phone to strictly use the Wi-Fi router, I just hold down that pound key and hit the number 6, toggle the data off. When I wanted to go back to normal, hit the pound key, hit the number 6, and then I got my data back.
Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. 0. Select all.
Now, this is associated with your asterisk key or your star key. So just like if you hold down a pound key and hit a number, it'll do something. You can assign different actions if you hold down the star key and hit the 1. So if you hit *0, that will select all. That basically will select all of the screen. What I generally do with anything associated with the asterisk, I attach actions that are related to text editing.
Asterisk 1. Move the cursor to the beginning.
Which is important. So if you're in a text field and you say, hey, I want to hear what I just typed, you hold down the asterisk key, hit the 1, it would take you to the beginning of the text you just typed and also read out everything you just typed.
Asterisk 2. Move the cursor to the end.
That would take you to the end of the text.
3. Cut.
There you go, your cut.
4. Not allocated.
That's not allocated.
5. Not allocated. Asterisk 6. Copy.
Copy.
7. Switch to Capsys keyboard.
Okay, Capsys keyboard.
8. Switch to Android keyboard.
Again, those are two. The Capsys keyboard is accessibility keyboard, and the Android keyboard is what most people that use Android with Vision will see at the bottom of the screen. So if you choose to enter text by using the touchscreen, you want to switch to the Android keyboard by holding down the asterisk key and hitting the letter 8.
9. Paste.
And there go paste. And that's it. So I made the change I think I want to make in here. So I'm going to go back.
Preferences. Keyboard shortcuts.
Okay.
Home screen.
And now I'm back at the home screen. Now that I made some editing, what I want to do for the consumer is make sure certain basic features work because I want to get the consumer excited about using the phone. So let me see if I can dial a number. Hey, Google, dial 667-600-9167.
Got it. Calling 667-600-9167.
And that's my phone number. So, okay, that's good.
Google
So
Assistant. Tap to dismiss assistant.
obviously the phone service is working good.
Lock more assistant features. Tap to dis.
Let me get rid of
3:29
that.
p.m. Tuesday the 14th
Let
of
me look
November.
at messages.
Applications.
Let me try send text message to 667-600-9167.
Message.
Just wanted to say good afternoon.
Just want to say good afternoon.
Yes.
Sending your message to 667-600-9167 saying just wanted to say good afternoon.
Okay. So
Someone with a 667 area code said, just wanted to say good afternoon.
okay, so I sent that to myself. So great. The phone dialer is working. The text message is working. So this is a point I would want to put the Smart Vision 3 phone in a consumer's hand and see what they're able to do. So those two actions I just performed, the dialing and the text messaging, I would let them do that. Maybe call their grandson or I don't know, text their wife or husband, something where you can just start gauging their abilities and skills and what they may need help with. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I'm on the home screen.
3:31 p.m. Tuesday
Next,
the 14th
what I'm
of
going to go
November.
into is
Contacts.
contacts,
Contacts list.
because now I want to see how well they understand the editing features and dictations. So far, we've been using the button on the side for voice assistant, but now we're going to start using it for dictation. So I want to create a new contact.
Button. Open navigation. Button. More options. Signed in as Kenneth Washington TalkTextTrain@gmail.com. Button. Phone contacts. Button. Email contact. Button. Company. No contacts yet. Button. Create contact. Create contact. Save to TalkTextTrain@gmail.com.
Now, what's cool about contacts, as you heard the options, if you check those boxes, it would have automatically filtered your contacts to only display people with a phone number. If you wanted to display only the companies, then you would have checked the box for company, and the only contacts that would have been showing is where you filled out the company field, which is, again, makes you more efficient. So I'm going to arrow down.
Button. Switch to another account. Switch to another account. Add contact photo. Button. Add picture. Edit box. First name.
Again, focus is on the first name field. Again, you got to press OK to put it in editing mode, so you have to listen.
Showing first name.
Okay, so I'm gonna hold down dictation button, wait for the beat. Kenneth.
Kenneth. End of.
Okay, so let's check and see if it's spelled right. So I'm gonna hit the shortcut key I just showed you. *1 to go to the beginning of the field.
Kenneth. Beginning of field.
And then I'm gonna arrow over using the right arrow button.
Capital K. E. N. N. E. T. H. End
Okay,
of field.
great. Dictation, as you see, it got my name right, so I can move on. Press the
Kenneth.
OK button.
Edit box. Kenneth. First name. Edit box. Last name.
Now let's see if you get Washington,
last
which is a
name.
little longer. Let's see
Edit
how well it
box.
does with
Let-
that. Holding down the dictation button, waiting for the beat. Washington.
Washington. End of field.
Okay. Again, I want to go to the beginning. *1.
Washington. Beginning of field.
Let's say that.
Beginning.
Let me check it.
Capital W. A. S. H. I. N. G. T. O. N. End of field.
The radar
Okay.
has detected
And now I'm gonna
your
press the OK
caption
button to
and
accept that. Now, one
Show
thing,
more named fields. Keyboard hidden.
I want to explain the directional paths because I don't think I explained them well enough. Every button on the Smart Vision 3 serves two roles. You press it normally, that's one role, but when you long press it, it serves another role. So with the 4 directional buttons, as you can see, when you press the up arrow, it just simply moves up to the next navigation on the screen. The down arrow, it moves down. But when you long press the up arrow, it moves to the very top control on the screen. So it's a way to quickly jump back up to the top. Remember, it's only what's on the screen. So some pages are really long. So you might have to do that several times, but it will jump you to the top. You long press the down arrow button and it would jump you to the last button on the screen. So sometimes you may come across an app that wants you to agree to something and you know that button is generally the last thing on the app on the screen. Just long press the down arrow, boom, jump you right down to it, press the OK button, and you can move on. The only time when it gets a little tricky is when you're navigating the internet and you're in a web view, because a web view is like a frame. So they don't work quite as well in those conditions. So remember that if you're on a website and you try to go to the top of the page and it seems like it's just stuck in a frame, that's because that's just web view. It works a little different or doesn't work at all really with the web view. When you press and hold the right arrow button, you remember the extra reading navigation, the reading controls are assigned when we was in to the talkback settings. This is how you toggle. This is how you jump to them. So you hold down the right arrow key. Let's go to links,
Headings.
headings,
Words.
words. If you want to go back the other way, just long press the right arrow key.
Headings. Links.
Again, you long press and it jumps to one reading control at a time. So you want to jump to the next. You got to, let go, press it down, long press it again and jump to the next. And what this allows you to do is navigate the page based on the control you selected. And you navigate based on those reading controls by simply tapping the right or left arrow. Okay, so let's go back to
Edit box. Company.
I have no company. Again, I'm back in context.
Edit box. Phone.
Phone. Okay, let's see how it does with my phone number.
Showing phone. Edit box. Phone. Editing. Selected.
Let's try this using the keypad this time. So let's see. I'm gonna hit the star key to make sure it's on numeric. It should have did it automatically, but I'm gonna make sure.
Asterisk.
No, it did do it automatically. So put an asterisk. I'm gonna delete that with the delete key.
Asterisk deleted.
And I'm just put my phone number.
6 6 7 6 0 0 9 1 6 7.
Again, I enter my phone number by using the keypad that's right below your navigation pad. That's if I want to check, go to the beginning, *1.
6,676,009,167. Beginning of field.
Now, I know
Beginning.
I changed the reading control, so I got to put it back on characters. So let me hold down the left, long press the left arrow.
Words. Characters.
There we go. Now I can check what I wrote by hitting the right arrow.
6, 6, 7, 6, 0, 0, 9, 1, 6, 7. End of
Perfect.
field.
Perfect. So I got that correct. So now I'm hit the OK button to select that and make sure the information is entered.
Drop down list. Mobile phone. Label.
And
Keyboard
this when you assign the label to the phone number. Labels are very powerful because sometimes you may have companies like Amazon and Apple. They may have a customer service number, but they also have an accessibility number. So you can go here into labels.
Pop-up window. No label. Checked. Selected. Mobile.
Now there's labels already in here as a default.
Work. Home. Main. Work fax. Home fax. Pager. Other. Custom.
Now, ideally, you would pick custom.
Custom label name. Edit box. Label name. Editing. Selected.
And you could put in there
Label name.
that number was associated to the department that handled accessibility for Amazon. And Amazon was a business. I could just put accessibility.
Accessibility. End of field.
Okay.
667 600 9167. Keyboard hidden. Create contact. Drop down list. Accessibility phone. Label.
So obviously I don't want my phone because it's my mobile number. So I'm gonna change that, but I just wanted to see how
Accessibility
easy
phone.
for you to
Window.
change the tag
Accessibility. Checked. Selected.
to more represent what the phone number is. So you can have Amazon say 6 numbers and you can say, hey, now G word, call Amazon accessibility, and it would dial that number. Or hey, G word, call Amazon customer service, and it would dial that number. And again, it's based on the name of the tags you gave. That's how you would give the command. So the assistant will know, okay, this is the number they want me to call, not this one. But I'm gonna change my
Accessibility phone. Create contact. Drop down
I'm
list.
change it to mobile.
No label. Mobile.
Change mine back to mobile.
667 600 9167.
Okay.
Create. Delete mobile phone. Edit box. Phone.
Now again, you want to add another number, you can add it in here.
Drop down list. Work phone.
And
label.
you can change the tags, select it. I just went through the different tags, mobile, work, accessibility is there if you choose to use it. And just because you use accessibility on this contact, it would be there for use on other contacts you make in the future.
Edit box. Email.
Email. Now, let's see.
Showing email. Edit box. Email. Editing.
Now,
selected.
I'm sure it's going to get this wrong, but I'm going to try this. kwashingtonbox@gmail.com.
kwashingtonbox@gmail.com. End of field.
It sounds right, but you're smart enough to take and review the work and make sure that it inputted the letters right. So again, let's hit *1 to go to the beginning of the text field.
kwashingtonbox@gmail.com.
And,
beginning of field.
And let's see what it
beginning.
did here. Hitting the right arrow.
Capital K.
Well, that's fine. It's going to K, capital, lowercase. It doesn't matter.
A.
Oh, but that's definitely wrong.
Y.
That's definitely wrong.
Space.
So I want to delete those out. So I'll hit the delete key. And what happens when you're moving, hitting the right arrow key to go forward, the cursor is after the letter. So think of the delete key as a backspace key. So you're hitting the left arrow, the cursor will be before the letter. That means it will delete the letter before what the cursor is on. So just remember that. So I'm gonna hit the backspace because I know it's after the space. So it's going to delete the space.
Space deleted.
Y.
Y deleted.
A.
A deleted.
Okay, so let's go forward.
Capital W.
That's fine.
A. S. H. I. N. G. T. O. N.
That's good so far. Great.
Space.
There's another space. I want that gone. So hit the delete key.
Space deleted. B.
That's right.
O.
That's right.
X.
Okay.
Space.
Oh, get rid of that.
Space deleted.
Right arrow.
A.
Oh,
T.
also instead of putting the @ symbol, it spelled the word at.
Space.
So I obviously kept going because I knew it was a space after that. So I want to delete that.
Space deleted.
Hit delete.
T deleted. A deleted.
So I want to put an at there. So again, the asterisk key on your keypad is how you toggle the input features of the keypad.
Capital. Numeric. Normal.
Okay. And then you hit the 1 to cycle through the different special characters.
1. Period. Question mark. Exclamate at.
There's the at symbol. So I had to hit the 1, I think 4 times. And there it was. So inputted the at symbol.
G. M.
Hitting the right arrow.
A. I. L. Period. C. O. M. End of field.
So to be honest, it wasn't bad. It put my email address in about sounding out. And again, kwashingtonbox@gmail.com. So I mean, it did a good job, but it just actually literally spelled things out. So that is correct. Now, one thing I want to bring up here also, again, observing the consumer as they're using and hopefully entering the information with your guidance, and you're noticing, okay, maybe when they was hitting the 1 key to cycle through the different symbols, it was flashing by too fast. So they meant to put an at symbol, but they put in a period symbol and so forth. So what we want to do, we're in the edit field, and this is a shortcut to the CAPS's keyboard settings. So I'm gonna hit the menu button. The menu button is a powerful button because on the home screen, when you hit it, of course, it brings up your settings and different things like that. But based on what app you're in, it changes what it will display, as you will see here. So I'm hit the menu button.
Edit box. kwashingtonbox@gmail.com. Editing. Email. Selected.
So I'm in the edit box.
Character.
I'm arrowing
Radio
down.
Button. Checked. Selected. Smileys. Radio button. Not checked.
So if you wanted to say, which I don't know why someone would do this, if you wanted to have them enter the characters by just checking characters and you just arrow down each character, press OK on it to enter it, which would be more tedious, you can do that. You could select it to show smileys if you wanted to insert a smiley into, say, a text message.
Symbols. Radio button.
There go
Unchecked.
symbols. So again, they have a problem with symbol where you can have them going to there, but I prefer you try to get them to use, take full advantage of the power of the CAPS's accessibility service. So we're going to arrow down more.
Edit. Radio button. Not checked. Settings.
We're going to go into settings.
Keyboard hidden. Settings. Settings. Vibrate after character input. Checkbox. Not checked. Selected.
So if you observe your consumer and they're saying, well, I can't quite hear the little beep that indicates that it inserted a letter, well, try switching it and toggling vibration on, because what happens is instead of it beeping after it enters the letter, it will vibrate and you will feel it through your fingers and you know you can move on.
Beep after character input. Checkbox. Checked.
That's what it's currently on now. Now, I myself would not have both on at the same time because what it tends to do is slow down the input of the letter. So even though you may have it on
Input character validation delay. 3 seconds.
right now, it's on 3 seconds, but if you have both of those options, vibrate and beep after input, it may make it like 3.5, 4 seconds. But you can also say you can increase this.
Input character validation delay. 0.3 seconds. 0.5 seconds. 1 second. 2 seconds. 3 seconds. 4 seconds. Button. Cancel.
At 4 seconds is the highest, but maybe you don't like it's too slow for you. So you want
2 seconds.
go down to 2 seconds. It's, again, is your phone is no crime in changing the settings to suit your abilities. That's what it's here for, and that's what these settings are for.
3, 4 second. Button. Cancel.
I'm gonna cancel because
Vibrate after
3 is
character
that's
input.
fine for me.
Settings. Input character validation delay. 3 seconds. Auto capitalization. Capitalize the first word of each sentence. Checkbox. Checked.
Now, for some people, again, as you can see, when I entered in my name, it automatically capitalized the K for Kenneth in first name and W for Washington in last name. But as you also may have saw, it capitalized the K in the initial for my email address when it's supposed to be lowercase. So if you rather not capsies do that, you could toggle this off. And when it automatically inputs the letters during dictation, they will always be in lowercase. I don't mind it capitalizing because I can just correct it and move forward.
Display password. Checkbox. Checked.
Again, that's something that's your preference. I don't mind it displays passwords, but maybe you might be in a situation, people are around and you don't really seeing your password. You can take and toggle this and take the check mark off, and then they will not be able to take and see your password.
Settings.
And that's it.
Settings. Create contact. Edit box. Email.
And what I did to get rid of that, I took and hit the back button.
Drop down list. Work phone. Edit box. Phone.
Okay.
Edit box. Email. Drop down list. Home email. Label. Edit box. Significant date.
Okay. Well.
Button. Show date picker. Drop down list. Birthday special date. More fields.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the top. I'm just because I don't want my email address in there, so
button. Save.
I'm just gonna save it.
Show
So we
date
have
picker.
one contact.
Kenneth Washington saved. Contacts. Contact button. Edit contact. Button. Add to
And I'm getting
favorites.
it down now. You can add me to favorites because there's a tab where it will just show your favorites. But again, this is just something where you can. It's pretty simple and straightforward. And I would have the consumer do this and adjust the accessibility settings for capsies accordingly until they feel comfortable. I'm gonna back out of that.
Contacts list. Edit box. Search contacts. Google contacts backing up one contact. Google
Okay.
contacts backing up one contact.
And that's what Google automatically
screen.
does when you make a.
3:49 p.m. Tuesday the 14th
That's the
of November.
power
Selected.
of taking and putting your account information in there. It will back up things. It will do things seamlessly without you having
50 p.m.
to intercede. Okay, I'm gonna speed up a lot. I didn't realize time was flying by that soon. Okay, one thing I'm gonna show the power of a word. I'm gonna take and let's see. I'm gonna press the Google System button. Find cherry cheesecake recipe on the Food Network.
Chrome. Progress bar. 0%. 0%. Web view. Cherry cheesecake Food Network.
Okay, that's the power.
0 seconds of 0 seconds.
That's the
Loading
power of
ad.
the Google
0
System
seconds
button.
of application. Video. 0 seconds of slider. Button. Button. Link.
Now
Go to
that
home
trick,
page.
that trick will also work. Say for instance, you want to
0
watch a
seconds
certain
of 0
YouTube
button.
video or something
Website
on
search
YouTube.
input.
You
Home
can also
screen.
say
Applications.
watch. Let me see. Watch Charles Stanley live on YouTube.
Opening. YouTube.
There's Charles Stanley speaking.
Button. Home
Again,
video.
that's the power of a word. You got to let the phone do the work for you. So you don't have to take and slowly navigate to things. Just word it in a way where the system say, okay, you not only want me to find this information, but you want to watch it. You want me to play it. It works with a lot of websites, Amazon, eBay, a lot of sites with the search box. You can use this trick to have it just go directly to certain information and start playing the video.
Home screen.
I'm gonna back out of
Picture in
this.
picture. Menu picture in picture.
Now,
Menu.
there's the picture in picture. There's a lot of what YouTube.
Recent apps. Menu picture in picture.
I brought up recent apps.
To picture in picture. Contacts.
I'm gonna close everything.
Capsies accessible. Android accessible. Button. Clear all. Home screen. YouTube
But
picture
as you
in
can
picture.
see, the picture in picture is still up there. That's something dealing with YouTube.
Contacts.
So what I normally,
Applications.
I'm touching the screen now because
Explorer.
I want to go to that. But what I want to do is
Agenda.
disable that. So what I'm going to do,
Myra Explorer. Application updates. Assistant.
let's go.
W. X.
I went to
YouTube.
applications.
Selected.
I jumped down to the YouTube app. Now I'm going to press and hold the OK button, which is going to bring up a context menu.
Pop-up window. YouTube picture in picture. Add to home screen. Information.
I'm going to go down to information.
Information. App info. App info. Search settings. Button. YouTube. Button. 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 Or stop. Notifications. Approximately 0 notification. Permissions. Storage
I'm arrowing
attached.
down.
Mobile data. Screen time. Battery. Open by advanced. Display over other apps. Allowed. Picture in picture. Allowed.
I want that off.
Picture in picture. YouTube picture in picture. Button. Back picture in search settings. YouTube. 18.4. Allow picture in picture. Switch on. Off.
And I just hit the OK button to toggle it off.
App info. Picture in picture. Not allowed.
Go back. It's gone.
Recent
I'm
apps.
sorry, it took up so much
YouTube.
time. There was so many
YouTube.
other things I
YouTube.
wanted to show.
Button. Clear all.
I'm clearing
Home
everything.
screen. Applications. Selected.
And again, like I said, the power of word, you can also save information to your home screen. Again, this is your home
Contacts.
screen. So if you don't like how it is, I would only
53
represent applications stay on here. Maybe you don't want contacts on here. You don't want phone. You don't want messages. Okay.
Contacts.
Again, long press by holding down the circular button, OK button in the middle to bring up his context menu.
Pop-up window. Menu. Heading. Remove from home
You can
screen.
remove from home screen.
Up into the list.
You can move it up into the list,
Down into the list.
down into the list,
Move to the top of the
move
list.
to the top,
Move to the bottom of the
bottom,
list. Information.
and that's the information that I went to. The information is a really powerful area. If you find out an app isn't working right, some just seeing where you can go into there, go into storage, clear the cache. I recommend be very careful, but that gives you an option as a trainer. Sometimes you have to troubleshoot things on the spot.
Move to the down into the list. Up into the list.
Okay,
Remove from home screen.
I'm gonna remove my
Home
contacts.
screen. Phone. Messages. Phone.
I'm going to remove messages too. So I'm gonna long press the OK button.
Pop-up window. Menu. Head. Remove from home
Remove
screen.
from home screen.
Home
So I
screen.
want to put some other things on my
3:55
home
PM.
screen. So
Phone.
let's go to
Application.
your applications. Remember, the applications area is where all the apps that are currently
Agenda.
installed on your phone will reside. So let's see what we got
Fire
here.
Explorer.
Ira Explorer. I would like that on my home screen. So let's bring up the contacts menu by long pressing.
Pop-up window.
Pop up the menu.
Menu. Heading. Add to home screen.
Add to home screen. Boom. Press the OK
Applications.
button. It's on your
Fire
home screen.
Explorer. Application update. Assistant. Banknote recognized. Be my
Be
eyes.
My Eyes is another one. Long press.
Pop-up window. Menu.
Arrow down.
To home screen.
Add to home screen.
Applications.
Boom.
Be
Let's see if there's
My
anything else.
Book reader.
Let's see. I'm taking a long way. Let's go quickly.
J. K. L. Lookout.
I just hit the L so I can jump down the lookout. So I wouldn't have to arrow down all those times to get to it. Long press.
Pop-up window. Menu. Add to home screen.
Add to home screen.
Applications.
Okay, that's it for
Light
now. So
detection.
let's see what we got.
The application has been added.
I'm hit the home button to go to my
Home
home screen.
Applications. Phone. Ira Explorer.
Here's Ira.
Be My
Here's
Eyes.
Be My Eyes.
Lookout.
Here's Lookout.
Be Phone.
One more thing. I'm just going to take a quick second. Again, there's a lot of apps that you can download that you can quickly get to by, again, hey, Google, download Bard Mobile.
Navigate up. Button.
Okay, it took me to the Play Store.
Download Bard Mobile. Search Google. Voice search. Bard Mobile.
There
Library
it
of
is.
Congress. You might also Bard Mobile.
Let's hit enter
Navigate
on it.
up. Button. Search Google. More options. Bard Mobile. Library. Average rate. Downloaded 100. Content rating every. Install.
Install. Press the OK button. Let it install
0%.
it.
100%.
And again, remember when you install it,
Installing.
when you install an app,
Open.
it will not show up on your home screen. It will be in your application drawer. So just like I showed you, just simply find it in there.
Library of Congress.
Long press the OK button to bring up the menu. Add it to your home screen if you
Mobile.
like. Let's go back.
Download. Search Google Play. Voice
I'm gonna
search.
hit the
Button.
voice search, Bookshare Reader.
Play Store. Navigate up. Search Google. Voice search. Sponsored. About this app. Downpour.com. Install. Bookshare Reader. Benetech. Install. Button.
Okay, install
Cancel.
Bookshare Reader.
Pending.
Again, you can see how
Navigate up.
quickly you could
Button.
just get apps.
Bookshare Reader. Search Google Play. Voice search.
Voice search.
Button.
What I did, I long pressed the up arrow button to jump to the
Install.
top of the screen. And then I took an arrow down to voice search. I'm gonna wait until this is done. But if I want to, I can press Audible.
Play Store. Navigate up.
Okay,
Button.
arrowing down.
Audible. Search Google Play. Voice. Sponsored. About this app. Audible. Audio entertainment. Install.
There we
Button.
go.
Pending.
So as you can see how quickly you can get the apps on here, that's going to install
99%.
them.
100%. Installing.
And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my home
Home
screen by
screen.
pressing the home
Phone.
button. And as you can see, if I,
Firefox.
you
My
just
eyes.
installed those
Lookout.
apps, but they're nowhere to be found. So
My
what you need to
Firefox.
do,
Phone.
go
Applications.
to your applications drawer.
Applications. Agenda. Ira Explore. Application. Assistant. Audible.
There you go, Audible, long press. While holding down the
Pop-up
OK button
window.
to pop up the
Menu.
menu.
Add to home
Add
screen.
the home screen.
Applications. Banknote. Bard Mobile. Be My Eyes.
Bart Mobile, long press.
Pop-up window. Menu.
Add to home
Heading. Add
screen.
to home screen. Applications.
And I think the other
Be
one
My
was
Book
Bookshare.
Reader.
Book,
Bookshare Reader.
there we go. Long press.
Pop-up window. Add to home
Add the
screen.
home screen.
Applications.
There we go.
Bookshare Reader.
Hit your home button.
The application has been added. Home screen.
Now you're on your home
Phone.
screen.
Lookout. Audible.
There you go, Audible,
Bard Mobile.
Bar Mobile.
Bookshare Reader.
Maybe you want Bookshare Reader, but Bar Mobile. Long press on Bookshare Reader.
Pop-up window. Remove from home. Up into the list.
Move
Home
up.
screen.
So now,
Bookshare Audible. Bookshare Reader. Bard Mobile.
Bar Mobile. Okay, I'm sorry I kind of speeded through the last 10 minutes, but I didn't know my time was expiring. But there's a lot of the things I wanted to get to, but at this time, I can address any questions. I know I kind of jumped through a lot of things there, but anybody have any questions, any issues they may have? Also have, again, my email address is talktexttrain@gmail.com. If you wanted to shoot me an email, if you need explanation, anything I may have gone over or missed, feel free to email me, but it's opened up to questions now.
Thank you, Kenny, for that wonderful presentation.
Yes, no problem.
I think we'll go ahead and get started with some questions.
All
I
right.
have Betsy Hines raise her hand. Betsy, go ahead. You can unmute yourself.
Hi, Kenny, and this might just be me, and if it is, we can take this offline. But I cannot give voice commands. It comes up and it tells me that something went wrong, and then when I do the little fix it thing, it's asking me for what's giving me an I'm sorry, hold on one second. Let me try this. What's the time?
It's 4:01 right now.
No, I'm sorry, I was asking.
Yeah, Betsy, what's happening last week again? Robert came on as an issue with the Gmail addresses that were assigned to the phones, and what you need to do is go into settings, account, and click on an email address. I believe it begins with MD number, and you select it and remove that. And once you remove that, Google Assistant will work slightly, but you want to add your own Google account if possible, and that should fix the issue. But yeah, the problem is I think you still have that account on your phone that isn't working properly.
Okay.
All right.
We don't have anyone else who have raised hands, and I'm looking at the chat.
All right.
And I don't see any other questions. Jane, looks like we don't have any questions, so it's safe for me to turn the recording off. Oh, wait a minute. We have one
Okay.
question.
All right.
It's Anil Torres.
Okay.
Go ahead, Anil. You can unmute yourself. Oh, Anil, we don't hear you if you
Yeah.
are trying to talk. Please unmute yourself.
Hello?
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
there you are. Yes, now we
Yeah,
can hear
yeah.
you.
Yeah, that agree option that's on there
On the
in
screen.
Zoom is gets in the way
Oh,
sometimes.
oh, the guided one. Yeah, you're right.
Right. Yeah, that drives me crazy every time. But actually this is not so much a question about the training that was done,
Okay.
Okay.
but basically this is probably more a Maryland question.
Go ahead.
So with this program, anyone receiving a phone in the or at least the trainers receiving phones in the program, there is basically it says that it's a company phone, and therefore your activity on the phone will be tracked. And for company phones, that's standard policy. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that because it's a company phone. My question has to do really with clients who are going to be receiving the phone. The client's going to have phones that track their activity, and if that is the case, are they being notified about this? Because there are people who are going to be very concerned about all of their personal information being tracked, and yeah. So if someone from the state can answer that question,
Yeah.
that'll be great.
Yeah, go ahead, Jane.
Yeah, and so this is Jane Hager. Yeah, the mobile device management is on every phone device that we distribute. The reason for that is because our program is not an owner program, it's a loan program. Therefore, the equipment is still considered property of the state. The only reason that mobile device management system is on there is so that if the phone should disappear, if it gets stolen, if it gets lost, then we're going to notify our vendor and have it bricked. It's also very convenient because if it does get lost and the individual, maybe it's just lost in their home, then our vendors can come in and through that mobile device management, they possibly can track it down. So that is the reason behind that. They are not trying to watch everybody's move or do anything like that. I just, hope that people can understand why it's there and feel assured about that, because that is not the intent at all. Does that
Because
help?
well, it's definitely an explanation, but I guess there are two things. One, I know, I mean, I've worked with several different states on technology and computer technology, and this is the first program that I have worked with where the technology is being tracked like that. And I think if clients are going to be receiving the phone, are they being told this explicitly? Do they know this? Because I think that is something, for full disclosure, they should know.
There
Because
is a part of our application process that reviews this information and it makes it clear to people that this is property of the state of Maryland. They do understand that. You're right. It is something that we should reiterate as evaluators to make sure that people understand this. And
right,
I know that we often do, but I don't know, I mean, sometimes it just, you forget in the busyness of it all, but it is absolutely something that we make our customers aware of, and we try and review it again as they get devices from us so that they know they're not being tracked. That's not the intention at all. Other states have different policies. Other states may have an owner only policy where equipment is given to you and see you later. That's it. You know, if it breaks or it's not working, or if you have problems with it, it's your property, you go get it fixed. But you know, we set it up as a loaner only state, so that may be part of the difference that you're experiencing with other states as well.
Yeah, because I have spoken to a number of people about the phone, about the program, and they're very excited about it. And I would feel if especially if I'm the one that's introducing them to it, I would definitely feel a strong sense of obligation to let them know that this is happening,
Mhm.
because it's a major privacy issue. I believe.
Yeah, I don't know that it is, because as I said, you know, I don't know if there's a difference between the ability to be able to see GPS information as opposed to seeing everything else on the phone or not. That would be a RAS or a Teltex question, not for me. I don't get paid that much, but it would definitely be worth checking into.
Actually, just
okay.
to add to that point and this discussion, we have a comment from Marilyn, and actually a question from Marilyn Ward. So I'm just going to interrupt you for a second, Anil, because I think it might add to your point.
Sure.
It says, is it just tracking GPS, but not what the consumer is doing on the phone?
Exactly.
And then it says GPS tracking versus seeing everything the consumer is writing. So that is what the question is. And I think, Jane, you just sort of touched on that point, that this, as far as the state is concerned, it is a GPS tracking and not seeing what the consumer is doing on the phone. Is that correct?
That is correct to my understanding. Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, Marilyn said thanks. Anil, does that help also add to your query? I hope it does.
Yes, I mean it does help the clarification, but you
Okay.
know, with the amount of surveillance that's happening now, you know, I personally I have gotten very sensitive about that kind of stuff, because it feels like,
Sure.
you know, everybody's in your business. That's basically the way I think of it. And it's not, well, I mean, I've never seen a system that actually told me that, hey, we're looking at you. But and I said, as for if it's a company phone, that's fine. I think that's okay. That's definitely fine, because it's not your property. And if companies feel that they need to do that, but I guess it's more a matter of full disclosure and letting everybody know that they are doing this. And maybe they should. One way I think that could happen is if you could have a form where they sign off that they and do acknowledge that their information, or well, that they're actually being tracked, whether it's through GPS or their activity or whatever it is, so that they know this.
Yeah, let me get more clarification on that, and we'll bring it up again on our next session on Thursday, because I would like to, because I don't even think it is, I think that they have the ability to go in and look through GPS to find that phone. Do they have it on all the time? Do they know when you go to, you know, get off at, you know, a certain bus stop or go into the hotel restroom or whatever? No, they do not. In addition to that, you know, as far as our vendors go, yeah, they're way too busy to be looking at that kind of information.
Well,
But
Well,
yeah,
well,
but
Odin, I
bear in
want to
mind,
say,
yeah.
oh, I want to point out one. You do have options on the Android phones, the location GPS. Like one of the options that I went by in the shortcuts was toggle location GPS tracking off. I mean, if you toggle it off, then again, again, if your phone get lost, it won't be found. But again, nobody will be able to track you, see anything. So you do have settings in there where you do have some control.
Yes, there are definitely controls that you can perform. The thing is that these types of systems, and even with Google, because Google has been sued for this, where they tell
Yeah.
people, "Oh yeah, we're turning this off." Yeah, they give you the option, check this box to turn this tracking off,
Yeah.
but they're tracking it in a different area.
Right.
Just recently, there was a lawsuit about that, and Google had to stop it. Because they were not disclosing to people. They tell you, yes, we're giving you the option to turn it off, but they're not really stopping you. They're not really
Okay.
stopping the tracking. And that's definitely a concern. I mean, if
Yeah.
I were a user on this, I would. I mean, it doesn't matter which computer system I'm using. I'm always concerned about that.
Sure.
Whether it's
Sure.
from the state or wherever is my own that I purchased, because I I I try to keep as many people off my computer as possible with all of these cookies and all of this type of stuff. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, get
And
out of my hair.
yeah,
Okay.
this is Vishnu from university, and I just wanted to add to that point, Anil. It's we have gotten to this weird point with technology in world where every Google search that you even do simple, there is no disclaimer there, but somehow that is used to track your patterns and your likings and your choices, because that's how then AI is constantly, filtering through things and sending you in your Google searches. And like there is no regulation around
Hmm.
that. And honestly, like I actually find that a lot more offensive personally, because they never even asked for my permission
Right.
if I want to do that. Versus I would actually appreciate a program where they were very forefront about it and saying, hey, we are going to recommend you to have your GPS on so that when you do lose your phone, we are going to come in and try to help you locate it. So like that I feel is more transparent and forthcoming, and I'm more likely to be happy about that because it's a safety mechanism. Like, you know, I've um I have a son that I've raised, and I have felt that that has been a helpful feature in keeping
Oh,
them safe
know where he is.
and
Yeah.
saying yes, and sort of be at his aid when it shows, oh, maybe his phone battery is low. So, okay, I'd rather not call and wait, sort of thing for him.
Right.
Um, and then obviously, then there's that safety balance that, you're like, okay, well, now I'm in a safe spot and I'm fine. And maybe now I personally want to take charge and turn that off. So I think it's a personal choice, but definitely having it more forefront is, I think, awesome. And I think the state does do that. So at least us being transparent in our communication, I think, is the key, because a lot of these big organizations don't even do that,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Not to call them out, because that's
Yeah.
that's not very nice. But we do know, with all the scam calls and all this phishing emails and everything, like it's getting out of control,
Yeah.
honestly.
Totally out of control.
Oh, and it drives me nuts sometimes.
Yes, yes, yes. All right.
Okay.
Um, yeah, sorry. I actually just jumped in with my opinions without raising my hand, so I apologize.
Is that
But
executive privilege?
maybe so.
All right.
I'm going to jump to the chat. I have Marilyn Ward. She has a comment. She says, yes, if the consumer toggles off the location on Android and iPhone, they will be responsible for the lost phone if they decide to turn it off. And then she adds, exactly, my daughter showed me a dress online on her phone. A few seconds later, the same dress was an ad on my phone. To say to the
Yeah.
point, yes, Marilyn, completely. It's so
Mhm.
annoying. And yes,
Crazy.
she said crazy. Yes,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
100% agree. And as much as we offer a tech support center, I do want to give a disclaimer. We have not figured a way out to stop that. So if anyone is looking out there how to stop that, we have not figured that out yet.
Okay.
I have something from Tiffany Green to add to that question. Does the consumer have to request the service to be activated? And will a notification pop up on the device stating that it's being tracked? Jane, maybe this is a question for you with that management system, how that operates.
Yeah, Tiffany, this is automatically part of the device package. So there's when the phones are first distributed, people will notice that there is that Maryland Google email address that's pre-installed in the phone that Kenny was referring to that we've had some problems with. So that is pre-installed. And one of the first things that as a customer you would do is to put your own email address in addition to that and make that your primary email notification box. But that is there for the purpose of being able to locate the property if it gets lost or stolen. We spend a lot of money on these devices. I mean, these phones, your package of your kit is well worth over $5,000. So yeah, and I think, it's a very generous program. And I think that, the state just wants to make sure that people are not doing things. And it has been a very rare occasion, but we have had people take devices and try and pawn them off and sell them. And, when that happens, we want the ability to be able to brick it, or if it gets stolen, we want to be able to stop the use of it. So yeah, but I will definitely get some more information for all of you so that you have a better understanding of how all of that works. And if, that toggling off the GPS is really even an option under how it works.
Okay.
All right. Well, I hope that helps. And it's been a very interesting conversation. Vishnu, do we have anything else in the chat box or?
I think that's it. Marilyn has a comment. I think people all the time, I tell people all the time, I have 6K worth of phones in my office. So we are very lucky to have that program. Thanks
Yeah.
again. I have many consumers that are benefiting from the program. Thank you,
Yeah.
Marilyn.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. I think it's safe to say we can stop the recording.
Yep.
And